Welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week, sponsored by The End. It is near. Like, honestly, this is the last, or theoretically the last regular episode of Wildsea, and then we're going to do a thoughts and recap episode. But don't worry, listeners, we will come back with more things. This is not like an end. It's just the end of this season, which is exciting and sad all at the same time. It is August 2023. You're listening to Leaves in the Jungle, Season 3, Episode 11. In this game, we are using the Wildsea world setting and system. I am Ian, playing the Firefly.
And I am Austin, playing ZT Yaku the Chelicray.
I'm Bev, playing Brooke, the Ardent.
And I'm Dylan, playing Jisun, the Gao.
Awesome. So I know last session was a cameo session, so we can talk briefly about that, but we should also discuss what happened last main storyline as well. Just people want to talk about those things.
We learned to fly.
Yep, in the kids section, we got a grandma.
Yeah, you guys collected a grandma. Grandma achievement unlocked.
Yay.
Through the means only we can achieve.
Yeah.
Fire.
She came with double crossbows.
And cookies.
And cookies, yep. Yep.
Cool. And then we set everything on fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
We learned to fly too.
Fire.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys, the last your main group, what you were doing was you had entered, so there were giant doors inside the volcano, and you sent the ship and the children all away, which we saw what they did last session. But you guys entered the volcano and decided to go in and find the final boss and confront them. Now, all of you, upon leaving the ship, all of you felt a sense of something following you, something hunting you, like eyes were on you the second you left the ship. And this has been getting stronger and stronger the more you go into this volcano cavern secret base fortress kind of dealio thing.
Secret tunnel.
Yeah, exactly. Except a lot less fun and a lot more terrifying volcano-y and spidery too. You guys, as you go down this tunnel, all of a sudden you enter a room, and one wall of the room is full-on supervillain lava wall with lava just pouring down in front of this cliff, and it's set up like a throne room almost. It's a very elaborate space, and sitting at the end of a chair is Arcnid, the hive mind Goliath spider. He is a he's a hive mind of Goliath spiders, which, for reference, if Zeetzi's spiders are all about the size of your thumbnail, Arcnid spiders are all about the size of your palm, if not a little bit bigger.
He's just compensating.
And then he's inside of one of those giant leviathans that Zeetzi's breeding, or not breeding, but the egg thing, that spider leviathan that Zeetzi has. That's the skin he's wearing. Yeah, that's the skin he's wearing.
Nope.
Yeah.
I kind of look around the room. Look to the left, look to the right. Huh. I was honestly expecting Portobello.
And he looks at all of you and he goes, "Welcome back, brother."
I look around
Brooke
awkwardly.
just kind of confusedly points at herself with her raised arm. Is it me? Points at Scraps.
I point at her too. Yeah.
He looks at all of you and he goes, "Do you really not recognize me?" I know it's been quite a long time. I left much earlier than you did. But those days on the waves before I left, I thought they were something. You know, we were a little family once. And then I left, and the world was a dark place, and I was alone. And now here you are, back. Stares directly at Zitzi.
I've been like doing the talking thing with my hand this whole time. Yes, the second millionth one to the left, right?
Just kind of looks at you. Oh well, I guess our friendship meant more to me than it did to you.
I just raised like a hand, and I'm like, I have questions. Mostly explain.
Happy belated birthdays. I'm sorry I didn't call.
It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, I see you.
Are we talking here?
Zitzi and I used to be in a similar colony together on the sea before we fully became a hive mind. And I left early to go explore as I was older. And Zitzi came, I guess, later. I thought he would have looked for me or looked for any of the rest of us who had left the colony, but it appears they were doing their own thing.
I was making us a home.
And I have made us a home.
You've made a monstrosity filled with fire and death and... Okay, we took some of the good things you had, but that is regardless of the fact.
The fire and death is you.
I just give this look to Ji-san, like, are we intruding on, like, a family therapy session here? Like, do we need to, should we say anything? Should we back off? Should we go make tea? I mean...
I'm nodding, and I think we should, like, we're going to step back.
Yeah.
Towards, like, the edge of the fiery death, I suppose.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm going to pull out a flask, and we're just going to drink.
I mean, we're over a bunch of heat. I've got cookie cutters. Should we make them cookies? And
That's
cocoa? Okay.
I'm just imagining, like, hearing you guys bickering in the back about, like, what to eat and drink while you watch this.
No, it's one of those, like, hushed, awkward, like, do we do something? Do we say something? Like, what do we do? I don't know.
You know what it is?
This is really awkward.
It's that scene from the original, like, Golden Harvest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie when Raph and Leo are arguing loudly, and Donnie and Mikey are in the kitchen, and they're just, like, eating pork rinds very pointedly.
There's, like, a bag of chips.
Crunch.
Slowly hands back to Ji-san.
Yes, exactly.
Excellent.
A home where I've made a home where people won't actually fear us.
Waves hands,
Yep.
kind of.
Yep. Silence.
Yes. I've made a home where we rule. We are in charge. We are powerful here. We fear no one.
You're talking like a one-minded.
We are one-minded. All the spiders move in unison.
Gross. Ew.
I'm kind of picturing, like, that face thing from the end of Matrix Revelations. I can't remember.
Ooh, yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
So what's your plan then? Everything's on fire. You know, I've got my incredibly powerful backup. You have no escape.
Escape? Why would we need to escape?
Oh, we set, like, the whole city on fire. I don't know if you knew that.
We can rebuild. It is okay.
Well, it's a good thing you're here because it likes bad people. And unfortunately, I think we're about tied at this point. So we're going up together.
We are going together. We were one mind many years ago. We are almost one mind, and we can be one mind again, brother. You can join us.
No, hold up. Okay, this is horseshit. Why did you not just like mail a letter or something? Did you have to construct this entire evil empire just to get his attention? Like,
I mean, I'm going to have to agree on this. Like, if you've got an issue with somebody and they're not noticing, well, it's debatable whether or not the person should be noticing without having been told. If it's bugging you this much and it hasn't, like, been noticed as an issue, the onus is on you to speak up. The other people are not responsible for your feelings or other hive minds.
All I'm going to say is this is definitely a trap, because you wouldn't have to have us here sitting in the seat of your power, you know, to have this talk if that was what you really wanted. You're not going to let us join you. No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We were born yesterday.
What
do I
sorry.
look like? I have a spine to you?
I wasn't talking to you.
I know. I know you weren't talking to me, but you're trying to play us.
Play you? Oh, goodness, no. I'm going to flay you.
I'm rather attached to my skin.
Over and give Bev the "told you so" eyes.
Yeah, I'm rather attached to my skin. Quite literally, I do not want to be flayed. Me or my fluffer.
Also, we outnumber you. It's all of me and these two versus just all of you.
And my puppy.
and Scraps.
And my axe.
It just always makes me think. Sorry, saying I don't know if you guys have seen this meme. You know, Ranger, you have my bow, warrior, and my axe, necromancer, and your brother.
Oh, I like that. That's a good one.
I saw that one online. I just never forgot it. It's always in my head whenever I hear the end to my axe. Just somebody popping up, and your brother.
He looks at all of, or they look at all of you. Is it all of you, Zitzi? And Zitzi, you feel a weird sensation as like a small handful of your spiders detach and scurry off to join him and like to join that hive mind, as that feeling of being watched and that mire you have of always being hunted no longer exists now.
Son of a yellow slime mold.
Bitch.
Wow, you had moles. Not just one, but multiple moles.
Mole, 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 mole.
Oh man, we didn't even remotely see that coming.
Yeah, that was good.
My
I feel like you're way smarter than me right now.
It's just your abs.
The only thing I had going
Question.
for me.
Yep.
Any chance that there's like an army of ghosts, familial or not, to help us with numbers here? It could be my family. It could not. I don't know.
I mean, your family is there watching.
Uh-huh.
But like they're not doing a whole lot.
Don't we have like the ghost army of Rohan somewhere stashed away, waiting for the right moment?
It's not the ghost army of Rohan. It's the.
And we have a shout, don't we? We have shouts still, don't we?
You do have shouts, yes.
2.
But also,
did you want us to start attacking people? Because we could start attacking people. But I'm.
He looks. Oh, go ahead.
Is there an exit out of this hole, or is it just up?
It's
now picturing a door with an exit.
No, there's the like large corridor you guys came down, and then there's a few smaller. I say smaller, but they're clearly large enough for Arcnid to move through. Doors that are like around, and it you can kind of guess probably one of them is an escape route, or leads to an escape route, and then the rest are probably like bed chambers and random other rooms in this area. But it's mainly just the giant corridor you guys came down, the large room you're in, and then the cliff with like the waterfall of lava going. So it just looks like there's a wall of lava by the cliff. It's one of those supervillain layers kind of dealio.
I bet you there's cool stuff behind that waterfall.
That's true.
Right? Just pointing that out for later.
Arcnid looks at you.
2000 his ass.
So, Zitzi, what will you choose?
Well,
Look over at CC with thumbs up like us?
I'm looking over. I'm looking at my hands like life. Bowbreaker crew. It's rough. I'm not gonna lie. I know we've been through a lot, but like, I look at him.
He's got to be addicted to something on your person by now that we can hold over him, right?
Just like Wiggles flask. Like,
Think of the bees.
Jisun raises a good argument. And the bees will never forgive me.
Austin?
I don't think I can leave. Hello?
Oh, there you are. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I can leave the bees. That's a good argument. Plus, Jisun has such a valid point with that flask. Would you maybe take a compromise? Walking down yourself into the hallway of fire we just escaped from?
You would like me to walk into the fire? Like, as he says that, the fire comes, like, it's coming down the corridor. This living, like, terrifying fire. You would like me to go into the fire?
Very much so. It's bullying me. You must protect me, big brother. Onisan, protect
Very
me.
well, then. I will
Mom
show you.
So.
Arcnid looks at you, and you can...
Puppy spider eyes.
A sound is made that you can only assume is an attempted, like, chuckle, but the chittering of spiders, like, moving together is more terrifying than a chuckle should be. And Arcnid, like, stands up, because before they were kind of sitting like, you know how spiders can, like, crouch down and, like, look small, and then, like, when they, like, stand up and spread their legs, they're, like, easily triple their size. Yeah, Arcnid does
preferably
that.
not.
Yeah, Arcnid does that and, like, looks... All of a sudden, you realize why the doors in this place are so big. And Arcnid walks over to the hallway full of fire and just, like, walks into it, turns around, stares directly at you, Zitzi, as the fire is engulfing them, and goes, "I am law here," as the fire just dissipates.
All right, so now I slam the door closed and use my highwood flanks to seal it up as we run away.
Yay! Should we check behind the waterfall for stuff?
Last I checked, I'm not fireproof.
Yeah, somebody's got to have something.
If only we had a
Are you trying to close the door?
I think the doors are too big for me to actually close.
Yeah.
So he didn't get eaten by the evil eating fire?
No, he goes, "I am the law here," and the fire just dissipated around them.
Oh no, he's Judge Dredd.
You can tell that was a whisper.
Yeah.
So we fighting now?
Not at all. You're joining me now. Well, Zitzi is. The rest of you are well, joining in a different sense.
Turn to ZC. So we fighting now?
Well, I don't suppose you have any tools, or do I get first dibs on one of these two?
You can have first dibs on one of these two, of course.
How's your plan on getting us out of here?
Me
What
or
do you
him?
mean? What's your plan?
Who are you talking to? I'm not sure whose team you're on right now. I
The
can't
plan is
tell
we live
if you're.
here. We live here, we make a home, and we continue having a home for our people.
This isn't a home. This is a horror movie.
But we are happy.
Are you happy? No, that's a legit question. Are you happy?
Am I
I'm
not? Until
I'm
you
not
until you
impressed with what
started
you made.
slaughtering my family and friends, I was happy.
Really?
Why would I not be? I control everything here.
Control isn't the same thing as happiness.
Is it not?
No.
Oh.
No. Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, did you think that power and happiness were the same thing? No.
I do what I want, when I want, how I want.
No, but Bev,
Is there not any other?
You can't just say that. You can't say that in front of me and not expect me to want to.
Gee, son, I need you to work with me just this once. Okay. I'm trying to get him to question his outlook on life.
I become very ponderous and I reach into my bag and I pull out the gator scorp poison gland that I've been carrying for a while, and I think about biting down on it.
No.
All right, see you later. I'm out.
Listen, I think before we have a fight, you need to do some soul searching. Have you tried this reading material? Hands him the Gauss, what I have left of the cult books.
Roll. Brooke, I want you to roll sway. You have sway. Roll me sway. As you hand him the large gilded book full of Gao literature.
Do I
You
get
friendship speeching him with a how-to, not manual?
do I get tides for
Yes.
that one?
Yes, you can have tides, of course.
Anybody else want to add to my roll?
Can I use my arm of the prophet here? Potentially?
Ooh, yes,
I mean,
that is
normally
applicable.
it doesn't say it has to be my social skill that I'm increasing impact
Wait,
for.
can I
Do
apply?
I get another dice?
No, that's increase in impact, so not
Okay,
another.
I will add more dice to this though, because I can use my whisper. It's much closer because this strikes him to his core.
Yay!
The parables in this are so along with his perceived like manifesto and like mantra that it shakes his ideals to their core.
Okay, roll away, Bev.
How many is that? 3?
That's 4 dice.
4.
Wait, yeah, 4 dice. 2 for sway, 1 for tides, 1 for the help from Zitzi.
You only had 1 sway.
You have 2 in sway according to this.
Okay, let's go with that.
According to your character sheet, you have 2.
Nice. Oh, I'm totally looking at last year's.
You were doing that last time too.
Yeah, I was. Maybe it's because I haven't switched it yet. My point is, I got
This
5.
is the last episode of the season.
At least she's on brand.
5. I got. I
5?
rolled a 5. Yeah.
Any twist or no twist?
No twist.
No twist. Okay.
Increased impact because the hand of the prophet.
A conflict with an impact. Arcnid looks at you, takes the book, and moves very slowly to sit back down on their throne and rolls the book around in their hand, like in their leg hand thing. I don't know how you want to describe that. It's
their manipulator.
Yeah. Arcnid kind of sits still quiet for a longer time than you would think. And then they look and go, yes. I met them one time, you see. I almost asked them to join me. They would have done a good job. They shared many viewpoints. We couldn't agree on everything, as they were not one of us, but they had some interesting points, or though I thought they did. The problem lies in, I don't know if they could take it to the level that their own scriptures needed to go. You see, guiding people is important. And they roll the book in their hand and kind of look at you. Guiding people is very important, and someone needs to guide others. And you're right. There's much wisdom in here. I've read many of these myself. The problem is, who guides the people? And they were not up to the task. So it falls on me, and they stand up to their full size. So yes, you're right. The world does need more of this. More of me.
Did we accidentally just give him an unfortunate new thought development that he's now taking the wrong way and going even harder with? Did we just make him make a cult?
Did we just make Ultron?
Murder time?
Okay, so while the whole time he was monologuing,
seriously looking at okay, Tsitsi, I've got something, but I need to know that you're on board.
Now, was there ever a point at which he really was engrossed in that book during this whole conversation and or not directly looking at me?
Oh, yes.
Oh, also that, yes.
I used that opportunity to use my natural environment camouflage, and I am now just laying on the ground, and I'm completely blended in with the ground.
That wasn't helpful.
Yes.
and he's gone.
Okay.
It's very helpful for me because I'm no longer here.
I love it. G-Sun's just not in the room anymore. G-Sun has left the building. Excellent.
I just lie down and I start inchworming across the floor.
I was about to say while he's monologuing,
while he was also while he was kind of engrossed, I'm turning to Tsitsi and I'm like, so are you considering his offer and betraying us, or are we still buds and you're just messing with him?
No, I just don't know how to blow him up. I just don't know how to blow him up. He's crazy and he's gotta go.
I don't know about blowing him up, but at least biting a chunk out of him. I got something if you're down.
You want me to eat him?
No, it was a metaphor. Biting a chunk out of is a metaphor.
Oh, you can't just say that. He's my brother.
But are you so weird you're not willing to try killing him?
Oh, hefting my jaw spear. Oh, not a chance. I'll slice off a piece of him like a jam bone.
Sorry, what?
Hello?
Hey.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, got you now.
Oh, okay. It's absolutely. You don't mind me hefting my jaw spear. I'll slice off a bit of him like one of those fancy hams.
Okay, good, because it wasn't a metaphor. I use, while he's distracted by the book, to use my tool belt. I'm going to use my... what do I got in specimens? I've got a picture plant, an old fern, some stinging nettle, and also some holy honey left. Maybe that'll do extra damage, who knows. And I'm going to craft an object that just kind of gets as much plant on him and in him and like throughout as possible.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
How
Like
badly I reacted to the mimosa when I got soaked through.
Oh, do I still have the mimosa? I just got something that says drink. I've just got something that says drink, which I assume could be a mimosa. Let's make it a mimosa. It's a mimosa.
Okay.
I'm using all this stuff because I want to get as much plant life throughout this guy as possible.
Okay.
Did I successfully make a plant?
Yeah, you can
bomb?
you can make a concoction, like some kind of plant bomb. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna
You got
get rid
tool
of.
belt. You can do that.
Okay. Who's the best shot of us again? Jisun?
Nope.
I think it's
That's
Zeetsy.
Okay.
Wait. I'm going to use Jisun's spice cannon to shoot.
Dude, Jisun's not here, my guy.
Yeah, Jesus.
Oh, right.
Jisun
Right,
is
there's
going
no
to
in
receive
this
your
scene.
message at the sound of a tone. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll bat the bomb with.
I will hand that over to you to. Oh, I've got some wedding cake left too. If you want to add that to the mix.
Why? So we're just kitchen sink bombing him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want him to be as drenched in plant and sticky as possible.
Okay.
Right, so I will be using instinct with this because I will know the best place to lob this to mess with spiders the most because I don't like it the most.
That's fair.
I get 3 for hunt, and I'll slot it into the bow and have it shoot off with the blast arrow for extra explosiveness.
Hello?
So he fires
Hello?
it out of his sling.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Fire it out of
Okay,
the
yeah.
bow with the blast arrow.
I'm assuming he's done his little rant thingy by now.
Yeah.
That I was making
Yeah,
stuff.
he's
Okay.
done.
Surprise!
Shoot him in the
explosion.
face!
Alright, so 4, 1, 5. Is it only 4 dice?
4 dice cut 1. Yep.
All right. So 4. You cut the 5. A 4 with a twist.
So conflict with a twist. He takes this like goop to the face or to, the chest, and it gets all over him.
Right in the spider.
Kind of, yeah, just the spiders are starting to stick and get yucky. And he goes, what have you done, brother? What have you done? It's
called
your other
brunch.
one. Your
Can I use my whisper now?
your extra skin was almost understanding what needed to be done, and then now you do
I
this.
the extra skin?
Yes.
Oh, screw you, dude.
I kind of look at. I kind of look at her like. Obviously, Jisun's gone.
We will figure this out later. I whisper, Celicrae herbivore.
Okay. What's your goal?
I want Tsitsi to eat as much of his brother as he possibly can in this mad, cannibalistic rush of just consuming throughout in like this just whisper powered feast of spider on spider violence.
That's a nightmare. Zeetsy, how you feel about that?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna cry. I wasn't speaking in metaphor when I said take a bite out of him.
I am horrified at this concept, but I'm okay with this.
I asked for your consent ahead of time, kind of.
You kind of did. I did.
The word "kind of" is doing a lot of work here.
I like a good surprise.
Yeah, but wasn't his response like, no, that's weird, and even the concept feels weird, don't say that?
The only way
asking isn't the important part.
The only way I think I can make it through it, though, is with a little bit of extra spice added.
Yeah, no.
Hands him a salt shaker as he goes up.
You feel a weird urge to go pseudo cannibalistic as this whisper hits you.
Yep.
And no, you don't have to. You can choose. You feel an urge. There's a pull to go cannibalistic. You can stop it should you wish, but there's a strong pull there.
I've been sitting on this whisper forever, so please don't. I have been sitting on it since the Gao cultist because I wanted to use it, but then you guys kept doing things that made it not work, and so I have been sitting on this since freaking Doug. Please let this turn into something.
The Arcnid looks at you and looks at you, Rook, for the first, actually looks at you for the first time, Rook. Take 2 Myers. And a point of damage as it's terrifying.
So does that mean I would
staring at you?
So as I have this cannibalistic feeling go over me, I feel like I'm just not enough. So my chimeric amalgam with has recovered just enough not to be damaged.
Yeah.
I eat it.
You eat your chimeric amalgam?
Yeah, to bulk myself up because I lost bits. I lost my abs.
Excellent. Yeah.
Well, I thought you said apps. I'm like, what?
And then I'm gonna charge in full cutsy do Toriko, gonna get me some fork and knifing on at his feet.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Because I can't jump.
As you start charging Arcnid, he is still looking at you, Rook. He's not even paying attention to Zitzi charging at him. Mm. He goes, "Oh, you silly skin. You think that my brother devouring me will stop me? Oh no. I will become him, and he will become me. We'll be one again. Foolish child. You do not understand how the hive mind works." As Zitzi starts devouring one of his legs, and he's just standing there staring at you. Take another 2 points of damage and a mire.
Me?
For the nightmare. Yeah, for the nightmare fuel that he is.
I'm taking these Myers as well.
Yes. Jisun, if you are looking, you're taking half of this at least.
Sorry, how much more points of damage?
2 damage and a mire.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm sawing off bits of his leg and chewing on them.
Zitzi, as you eat your brother, take 2 Myers, because that's not a thing one should do.
Well,
that's fucked up, dog.
I technically...
I'm just doing this help things. I don't see you guys solving anything.
So my movements are as I start ingesting my brother, and and you see just bits of spider legs dropping off as you see my skin becoming green. And as my movements start becoming staccato and disturbing, as I just keep feasting on my brother getting a little bit bigger with each bite.
I hate it so much.
But I still have the smiley metal mask, so it's terrifying.
Yep.
I would love some backup here, guys.
You did this to me. I'm going to show others they were wrong to fear your kind. They should fear me.
Yep.
Fair enough. You do you.
Yeah, as you devour parts of him, he continues to just stare, almost laughing, until
I asked him, "Can you go and devour the eyes or whatever socket holes are the eyes, please? Because this is a lot."
Before Zitzi has a chance to actually move and do anything, Arcnid is going to just kind of stand up and shake Zitzi off. Zitzi, you fly across the room.
I want to use wave walk to prevent that and run up him like a ninja.
Roll away with a double cut.
Take it. I'm going to be using Grace because I watch Attack on Titan.
Yes.
Yay,
Can I use my pocket sand, aka processing substrate, to throw into his face as I do this?
aim for the eyes.
You can try, but you'll take an extra cut for the extra thing you're attempting.
I was trying to get an advantage with that. Okay, so so 3 dice cut 2.
Yeah.
3, 4, 1. So 1.
Excellent. ZC, you yeet yourself across the room.
That tracks. That's
Yeah.
As you hit the wall, take 4 points of damage.
oink.
Am I allowed to Skybridge step to try and catch him?
Yes, you can.
I'm actually using my aspects.
Roll with a cut.
How many is that?
ZC is cut means so you roll.
How many rolls?
I assume you're using wave walk to catch him. So you're rolling with 2 dice.
Skybridge step.
Yeah, but Skybridge step is the ability you're using.
Yeah.
So that allows you to use wave walk with a advantage. So you would normally have 3 dice. So roll 3 dice, cut 1.
Okay. And can I use grapes? Grace? Grapes.
Yeah, that's with grace. That's or
can
grapes
I use grapes?
or grapes or sharps.
The grapes of wrath.
Yeah. Sorry. Cut. How many?
1. So
That's
roll
4.
3. So you rolled 3 dice, and then you took the lowest, and then you cut the highest one, right?
Yeah. So we got 4.
So what were your 3 rolls? Were
2, a 5, and a 4. So 4.
2, 5, and a 4. Okay, 4. Perfect. Yeah, you can catch. So Zitzi, instead of taking 4 points of damage, you're gonna take 2, and Rook, you'll take 2. As you catch Zitzi in the last second, just before they hit the wall, and you can slow them down a little bit. Arcnid just kind of looks at you and, okay, well, I tried. I really did. The others from our family listened, brother. Why were you always so stubborn? I wanted us to be a family again. And they start making their way towards you, stomping and pulling out boulders from the floor as they're going to start throwing boulders at the 2 of you.
Can I re-enter the initiative now?
I would love for you to.
So as he is lifting his first stone, and he's taking his first main step away from the throne and the dais, and we're near those nice big pillars of magma, and eventually I'd love to get him there. I would love to get him there, but for now I need to cut his vision. I need to. So I'm going to be on the floor as he reaches down to grab the stone. I'm going to just basically uncamouflage myself, hi, here I am.
I was the stone all along.
I'm going to unleash the my leg gun into his face, and I have loaded the purified Gatorscorp poison cartridge into the middle of my normal spicy cartridge.
Excellent. Roll. You're gonna get a cut because as you get up close to him, he's a nightmare incarnate and terrifying. Yep. So your aim is not as good as you would want it to be because you're shaken a little bit by how terrifying he is. Okay. So yeah, you can roll.
Anybody have more alcohol?
What are you? I assume
I'm going to consume my track. We're the baddies, because I'm going to remind myself that I have fought bigger and badder things than him, even though that's not technically true.
I'm going to increase impact for that.
Okay.
So I'm not going to give you an extra dice, but I will increase impact. What are you rolling with? What skill?
I suppose it would be.
Would his movements be slowed and stuff because he's all planty now and gross?
He's a little sticky, but he was never moving fast to begin with. Or at least you haven't seen him move fast. I assume break.
I guess
you're trying to break him.
I'm going to break his face.
Yeah.
I'm going to break you.
Or I'm going to chemically cook him. One or the other.
Yeah. It's the same amount of dice, but
yeah, exactly. Well, it can be considered both.
Yeah. So four dice, cut one, and increase impact.
Okay. So 5, 3, 1, and 2. So I lose the 5. I get a 3.
So it's a 3.
It's a failure.
Oh no.
With increased impact.
As he picks you up thinking you're the boulder, you attempt to fire
the boulder.
You attempt to fire your poison into his face, and he takes the full hit, and you see you think you have done it for a half second there as this full poison, spices, insane concoction just ripples through the spiders. And then you hear, "We are pure. We are one," as all of the poison, all of the seasonings, all of the plant matter, the things you have shot him, wash away off of his body and carapaces and fur, and he's back to how he was before. And then he throws you at the other two.
I knew that was going to be part of it.
With full force. You're going to take 5 points of damage, and the other two are each going to take 2 points of damage as you get hit by Jisun in the
Stop
face.
giving us 2s.
Okay, I'm gonna argue that I landed on my prosthetic leg and it busts.
Ooh, okay.
So
I'm now mostly immobile now. Oh, and my extra arm is also limp.
That's why you have 3.
Well then.
Well, I'm out of ideas. Everybody consolidate. What have you got?
That's the thing. I'm not really getting anything else.
How effective do you think my bee swarm would be if they just kind of went in there?
Oh, you can't get them. They're very far away now.
Why? No, I have a companion of bee swarms.
Oh.
They're always with me.
It's just the thing is it just
what's his face from Inuyasha, who's got the wind tunnel thing in his hand, and the bees are always going in it, but reverse.
Yeah. Exactly. Also, sorry, Austin, go ahead.
No. I was talking to myself. I throw my planks in the fire to try and ignite the volcano.
Wooden planks.
You yeet the planks into the lava waterfall, and they fall on fire.
Well, I'm done. That's all I got.
What shouts we got left? Because I don't think we can win this without the power of friendship.
I don't.
I know you don't want to, but okay, let's continue.
No, there's nothing else we can do. That's the point. Use a shout.
I'm pretty busted up.
I hand him. I have a chainsaw. I've got a chainsaw.
I mean, I've got one whisper.
Yeah,
and
I didn't get any more resources. Yeah,
I'm just gonna
have to shout it away.
Yeah, go whisper. Do your whisper. What's your whisper?
My whisper is marked by ghosts. So remember all those ghosty boys that we encountered before that we made our little pact with?
Jisun, can it be Rook's ghosts?
Yes, exactly.
I'm being all encouraging. Yeah, use your whisper. It's your family, mother.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I really didn't want to do this. I knew how you'd feel about it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, bail us out.
One day you can forgive me. and I'm going to utter a wordless word into the air, which hangs still. And then suddenly all of the ghosts, which I've pretended don't exist this whole time to gaslight Rook for months and months and months, actually probably years at this point. So, and they all shimmer into existence, and I see them there, and I know that they're real, and I've always known that they're real. And I'm like, who's with me, basically? And then I'm gonna like try to like crawl towards the
He's got the sword of a seal
so I can punch him. I'm like, who's gonna help me punch this guy?
I don't have any booze left on me. Does somebody else that I can just sit in the corner and be like, yeah, go have fun? I don't care anymore.
You throw these ghosts at him, and Arcnid. So all the ghosts, by the way, again, for listeners who don't know, Rook's family are the strongest and most talented, like, jacked ardents that ever lived across history. They are the peak. Like, if you look at the Vesuvian Man or whatever, is that it? Like Vesuvian the perfect man? Yeah. Like the perfect man. All of Rook's descendants are that, but jacked.
Or
like,
family. Yeah. I don't have descendants.
Or ascendants, yeah. All of Rook's ascendants are just jacked, absolute, beautiful human specimens of like physical perfection. And all of them start swinging dumbbells and kettlebells and weight bars, and they just charge in like to protect Rook and her friends. Against
can Scraps go with them just for funsies? Just like, yay, sure. Puppy, have fun.
Yep.
So we unleash an army of ghostly Chad gym bros.
Yeah.
Not just bros. Broettes.
Well, I'm just saying, broettes, like children to grandmother, right? Like everybody's the Chad gym bro. It does, regardless of age or gender.
Everybody's Sigma.
Yeah. Yep. And
they're all wailing. Sigmas.
Arcnid was not expecting this, and at the end of as the ghosts dissipate, as their power doesn't last forever, as the ghosts dissipate, Arcnid is looking pretty rough.
I just kind of like half drunk at this point, turned to him, something, the real meaning of family. Drinks more.
Yeah. Arcnid's gonna throw boulders at all of you. Take 2 points of damage each.
Ow.
As he just continuously yeets boulders towards you.
Fair.
And he's slowly closing the distance. You can tell they're not while they're looking tired and they're definitely looking hurt. They have never looked throughout this entire thing like they truly have cared about anything. They look dead on the inside, just like making the motions almost.
I just turned to him once again, are you happy? Forget the book. No, you don't. And also that doesn't make you happy.
Then what does? What will?
Well, okay. We got to figure out what we mean by happy, because if you're talking happy, like just like the moment of elation, then endorphins. But if you're talking like joy, which is like that kind of long-lasting happy of just like, you know what, I'm doing okay and things are good. It's a combination of gratitude and hope. So, what you got?
I'm hopeful I'll live to see the end of the day and you won't. And I'm grateful for the fact that I rule everything.
Okay, but those are things that are very mean-spirited. So, like...
Can you not be mean and happy?
You can be mean.
Why is my happiness different? Why is your happiness different from my happiness?
Oh no, I'm a very bitter and sad
Are
person.
we not allowed to have the same different happinesses, or is only you able to define happiness?
No, it's
And
not only me.
Why is it you who can define only happiness?
Okay, you're asking a lot of like hostile questions, which tells
You really
me
need to drink some drugs.
yeah, we need to do some drugs. And okay, so like the hostility, I'm drunk at this point. The hostility, man, that you're like coming at me with just tells me that it doesn't really matter what I say, because you've got some anger, some stuff going on that are putting up a wall between you and just being able to experience these things and ask these questions and really learn about yourself, you know? So like first we need to ask the question, why are you angry? Who are you mad at?
He's gonna throw another boulder at all of you. Take another 2 points of damage.
I saw this coming.
Take another 2 points of damage.
What do you want?
I'm just looking at Zitzi, like, well, Rook's going off, and I'm kind of like mouthing, like, what the hell is she doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, holding my hands up.
And,
My book.
And then I get slapped by a boulder.
Arcnid's gonna look at you and go, "Why am I angry? Why am I upset? I lived a happy life, a wonderful life with a great many in the colony, and then I decided one day to explore. I thought it'd be fun, interesting.
No one liked you. You're not special.
Thank you, Tsitsi. You are right. No one did like me. I was attacked. I was almost beaten and killed many times. I struggled very hard with living on the sea. No one around me until I found another of my kind who was similar in that they were beaten and attacked and almost killed by monsters. And so we decided that we would look out for each other. And we found more and more.
Okay,
and we
well, that's
decided
actually kind of sweet.
we will
you know?
all protect
Blah,
each
blah,
other.
blah. Reverse racism is still racism.
Yeah.
Or am I wrong?
No, you're right, dude. Question. So the last shout we have is the power of friendship.
You have at dawn look to the east. Yeah, the that one.
Oh yeah. Let's summon Gandalf. Gandalf will save us.
Well, I'm just gonna say, like, if it's the power of friendship, then like maybe just like he just needs a friend, you know? He can be our friend, and then he's less angry and sad.
We don't.
No, because he needs
don't
to answer for his crimes, Bev.
And there's no power of friendship show.
Yeah, it's no.
Yeah, it's Drock and the crew coming to help you guys.
Okay, no,
But,
that's
like-
fair. I just thought it was worth. He seems sad, you know, and I'm sad for him.
They can't all be moose.
Why not?
A sad monster who comes up because of unfortunate circumstances at a certain point. Like, you know, life gave you all this trauma and that's not your fault and you didn't deserve it and life's not fair. But at a certain point, you have to take responsibility and rise above
Maybe
that
not-
trauma because that
No
is your
determinism
responsibility.
here. I will not abide it.
Maybe
You
don't
are a
think-
victim of circumstance, but you are still responsible for your choices.
That's right. So throw yourself into that magma waterfall right now, mister.
Deal. It's the only way.
Kimmin, I feel like we're
He's
going to get
gonna-
another rock thrown at us.
You're gonna get another rock thrown at you. Yeah.
Okay,
You know
guys,
what?
can we
No,
just
no,
shout already?
Honestly, though, can we just try to dodge the rocks instead of just taking them for free? Like, why are you just making us take it for free?
I mean, you could try to dodge. None of you have.
No, but you're not
The
saying
dodging
throwing them
is
at us. You're saying
implied.
you're taking two.
You are taking two. You can try to dodge this.
The dodging is implied. Can I use
Not
Skybridge Step
implied.
again to just auto dodge
DM
as well
says
as
you're
I
taking
can
two.
all the rocks?
baddies also just get hits on you some days.
Okay,
They're
but he's getting hits on us all day.
Yes.
Now.
Yes.
So we'll use the shout, Drock to the east, as I like peer out from behind another boulder being yeeted at us at Mach Bajillion. I like Drock's journal falls out of my shirt and I scramble to go get it. And there's like this glint of sunlight. It's not really sunlight. It's just sunlight bouncing off.
It's just more firelight.
It's a really tall mountain. Yeah, it's a lot of fire. But I'm like, and I look up thinking all hopeful, and it's just another boulder. It's just another boulder coming at my face. And it hits me. There is a hit.
And you use the shout at dawn, you look to the east.
Yeah, and it's mostly just a panic. Oh crap!
Yeah.
And then Drock appears from behind the rock, dragging my like broken corpse.
As you shout at dawn, look to the east. Down the corridor, you hear noises like a kerfuffle, and you see in slow-mo walks Drock and Illidan and Rekatap and Nikatak, as the four of them stroll in, look around at the scene.
Wait. They're surrounded by the fire, which is backlighting them, but not touching them.
Oh yeah, no, it would never touch them.
It's kind of just like fangirling over them, to be honest.
Yeah. They look over the scene and they're like, what is going on here? Like, are you okay?
We just stare at them surrounded by boulders that have hit us, covered in blood and bruises, being like, no, dude.
I'm just like laying there with one leg and just like all of my limbs crippled except for one arm. And I like, my head just like flops sideways to look at them. And
I'm still holding a drink in my hand. Yeah.
Yeah, the weakest thumbs up ever. And then I'm gonna activate my camouflage model again. So I'm gonna like look at them, give them a thumbs up, and apparently just turn to stone.
And I'm just like Obito in the corner, half crushed by like a rock. The spider's slowly squeezing out.
They turn to Arcnid. As Arcnid throws a boulder at them, Drock just punches it. And it shatters. And he clearly used a whisper. All of you are starting to black out a little bit as the pain and suffering. But yeah, he clearly used a whisper and just punched the boulder into dust. And when all of you wake up from this, you're still in the room. Arcnid is gone. And Drock, Illidan, Rekatap and Nikatak are there, and you all have healed up 6 points of health as they're slowly nursing you back to health. Just asking you, like, are you okay? Telling you it's going to be all right. Trying to help you.
Are Myers unchecked a little, or?
You can uncheck one mire. But I think
we did it.
I think we'll end the session there.
With us being just like Yamcha'd across the floor.
We don't get a nice epilogue where we see everybody be happy in junk because we saved you.
Our happy epilogue is seeing the blue sky again as we're carted out in an ambulance. Credits roll.
I'm not gonna give you guys what happens. I'm not gonna give you guys that closure because we might come back to this.
I want Billy D. Williams clapping in the corner with a big smile on his face.
You see that? Hallucinations are a bitch.
Yay!
No. Yeah, you do hear Drock and them say, "Don't worry, Arcnid's been dealt with." But you guys move in and out of consciousness as they carry you all out of the hallway, out of the room, back into town. Again, moving in and out of consciousness as you see the parts of town like the fire is being put out, parts are being like stabilized, people are gathering. You see a lot of Chelicrae gathered together, a lot of humans gathered together. Like you see everyone kind of gathering. And yeah, there's a lot of talk, a lot of raised voices. And yeah, you move in and out of consciousness until you're back on your boat and you're sailing off. Your crew, like your main crew, is taking you somewhere. And yeah, you're not entirely sure where they're sending you, but you move in and out of consciousness until you land back at your home base, where people are celebrating, but also crying. A lot of mixed emotions, a lot of different things going on. And yeah, we're going to end it there.
Is my fluffy husband okay?
Yeah, oh yeah. Andy's still on the ship. He's fine.
Yeah. Kids are all right?
Oh yeah, the kids are fine. There's a new kid with them and a granny.
Sweet. That sounds nice.
One-minded jerky.
That's just what we needed.
Yeah.
Does Scraps get a belly rub?
Yep.
Yay.
I'm gonna be so small after this.
To you, Tums. Except one kitchen knife. For Portobello.
Tums takes the kitchen knife and he starts like holding it over you. He's like, "Goodbye, father." And then you just see Andy run in. He's not dead.
No.
I cross my hands over my chest. I'm peaceful. I'm ready to go.
You have a third hand in the back, just awkwardly trying to cross in there.
I'm just crying in the corner. I don't want to die.
To get the knife.
I'm not dead yet.
If I'm below 4 foot, I'm basically dead.
And I'm just a bunch of spiders.
Excellent. Yeah. That's us. That's it. Again, listeners, we're going to do a recap episode next week. Next week for listeners, hopefully actually next week for us as well. I was Ian, the Firefly.
Oh, Jeebus. I was Austin, playing the Chelicrae from the beginning.
I am Bev, playing Rook the Valiant.
And I'm Dylan, and I am. This is legally binding, but I am leaving everything to Tums.
Excellent. And we are sponsored by nobody. Signing off.